Fountain City, Wisconsin, December 2014. At the Wingdam Saloon and Grill, a banquet was underway upstairs. Working the event was 21-year-old Brooke Bors, a waitress, talented college gymnast, and well-liked by everyone who knew her. Around 7:54 p.m. that night, she stepped into the back area to use the dumbwaiter, the food elevator designed to carry dishes between floors. For reasons no one will ever know, Brooke leaned in. Her head and shoulders slipped almost entirely inside the cab, then start dropping. Police later said her head was canted slightly to the right. When the cab passed the sill of the second-floor opening, the steel frame slammed down with unstoppable force, pinning her skull against the shaft, destroying her brainstem and cerebellum. Downstairs, a cook in the kitchen heard the dumbwaiter rattling down to its access point. He expected dirty dishes, but what landed on the first floor was a person's head. He sprinted upstairs in panic, shouting. Earlier, attendees had already heard strange noises from the shaft, but no one imagined this. Co-workers found Brooke slumped, trapped in the machine. Her death was instant. OSHA fined the restaurant about $7,000, and the dumbwaiter was ripped out for good. But for Brooke's friends, her family, it was a nightmare no one could process. Back of a takeaway kitchen, Congleton, England, on July 22, 2018. Two co-workers had been clashing all day. A younger cook had been pushing back against the older man, 57-year-old Si-Hung Huang. Other workers tried to calm them, but Huang's anger didn't die down. Later, he caught his eyes on a pan filled with liters of bubbling, smoking oil on the stove, without any second thoughts. He poured all that into the drain and made the younger man unclog it. Just kidding. What he did was way worse. Instead, when the victim was bent down in the kitchen, Huang lifted the pan and poured the boiling liquid directly over the man's head. The burning oil came down in a single sheet, covered the entire upper body. His scream pierced through the kitchen as the oil stick to his skin, cooking him alive right there. But it wasn't enough. Huang grabbed more oil, in total about 7 pints, and tipped it over the victim's chest and arm. Flesh blistered and peeled right immediately. His body collapsed to the floor as co-workers shouted and froze in horror. By the time they reached him, nearly half of his body was burned. He was rushed to the hospital and was placed into an induced coma for 4 weeks. As for Huang, after the attack, he left Congleton and disappeared. Not until September 7th, 2018, police finally caught up with him inside a betting shop in Birmingham. He was sentenced to 9 years in prison. The victim survived, but with scars that would last a lifetime. It's a reminder that if you're about to argue in a kitchen, better stay taller than the other guy. Asturias, Spain, February 2013. A 5 months pregnant 36-year-old woman, Begoña Muñiz Garcia, was preparing a meal at home. On the stove, a pressure cooker hissed and rattled, pretty calming sound in households across the world. However, inside that steel pot, a tiny metal part, the safety valve, failed. Instead of releasing steam, it was holding it in, far past the safety point. While she was close to it, the cooker exploded with mad force, metal shrapnel tearing through the air like bullets. In the confined space of the kitchen, there was no escape. A big metal chunk stabbed directly in her head. The impact was too violent, it killed her instantly. Her unborn child, too, was gone at the same time. The blast was so powerful, it tore apart her kitchen walls and blew debris across the flat. Neighbors recalled the shockwave rattling through the building, thinking it was a gas explosion at first. When her husband, who had been out at the time, returned home, witnessing a scene that even I wouldn't dare to wish on my worst enemy. Lawsuits would later reveal that this brand of cooker had a history of valve failures, making it more dangerous than most. Please always check if your pressure cooker is releasing a stray of thin steam above when cooking. If not, better shut the power off and go for a walk. A quiet afternoon in France, June 18th, 2017. Rebecca Berger, a 33-year-old fitness model with a massive online following, was at home, making a dessert. Like a fitness model she was, Instead of using whipping cream bottle, a cream dispenser lets you make fresher, cleaner whipped cream with total control over ingredients, just heavy cream and optional sweetener/flavor, so you can avoid additives and excess sugar. It whips instantly for consistent, airy texture, holds its shape longer than hand whipped, and offers easy portion control for better calorie management and prettier presentation. As Rebecca gripped the handle, the canister suddenly busted. The head blasted off, striking her chest with the force of a gunshot, cracked her ribs, and shocked her heart into a fatal rhythm. She collapsed instantly, gasping as her body went into cardiac arrest. Paramedics tried desperately to bring her back, but the trauma was too severe. By nightfall, she was gone. The dispenser that killed Rebecca came from a French brand called Ardtime. As far back as 2009, French consumers warned about its weak plastic lids and faulty valves. Dozens of incidents piled up: cracked ribs, broken teeth, even people blinded when the metal head blew off. Recalls were issued, but thousands of units stayed in circulation. By the time Rebecca picked hers up in 2017, the brand already carried a dangerous reputation. But look at those beautiful dishes they